Hey everybody, it's PartyElite. Welcome you back to our Thalassocracy run in Humankind's closed beta. Things have been going pretty well so far. We've managed to establish ourselves along this entire coast over here. We've adopted the culture of the Phoenicians to hopefully give us that early advantage on the high seas, as it were. And it looks like we might establish a second city to take control of this coast down south over here as well. Some people seek victory at all costs. We seek victory at all coasts. I'm not going to apologize for that one, as bad as it feels. Folks, let's go ahead and, on the topic of victories, hopefully net one over here as we dive into this battle that we ended the last session just before. Again, we might actually be in trouble over here, but it's not the biggest deal. As much as I would like to control this, again, this like isthmus or what have you, it's okay if we get pushed back, because we have created a nice kind of a line over here, as it were, to hold, hopefully, and keep the, I guess they're the Hittites, right? Yeah, to keep the Hittites back at. Now again, the Hittites are a scary neighbor to have because they are rather militaristic. They are cruel and impulsive as well. I'm not surprised that these guys have gone with the Hittites. I almost feel like the green culture, the green people, as it were, tend to pick the Hittites in all the betas and the open devs and whatnot. That might be a, I don't know. I don't know if that's accurate, but it feels like it. Anyway, folks, let's go ahead and dive into this battle. No time to waste. Just want to mention really quickly, as we do dive into it, that if you've been enjoying this series so far, if you've been enjoying the Humankind coverage on the channel so far, and you would like to see more, the best way to make sure that happens is by leaving a like and a comment down below. Again, just as a reminder, folks, the reason this mini-series is happening in the first place is because of the response to the mini-series from the Victor Open Dev that I released over the course of the last month or so. If you haven't seen those, I highly recommend checking those out. I had a lot of fun with them. I think they're pretty interesting ideas, at least, and y'all seem to like them, those of you that watch them. And again, because of that response, we have this. I think this deployment will do the trick. Sure. So yeah, folks, as I was saying, it's a good way to have an influence on what happens on this channel. Leave a like, leave a comment, let me know what you think. It does make an active difference. I don't like this beginning. I don't like how this has started, and there's, of course, a second unit as well. No surprise there. Oh, that's not good at all. We're going to try and take the high ground over here and force them to creep up towards us. Let's go ahead and back up over here. I think, actually, we'll go ahead and defend as well. We could strike back, but if we opt to defend, that -1 we get from being damaged will be sort of countered, right? So let's go ahead and set you to defend, and you as well. Let's set you to defend. Again, they are the attackers, so the onus is on them to win, but this battle will last 2 turns. It won't just be the 1 turn, it'll be 3 rounds over the course of 2, or rather, it'll be 6 rounds, I should say, over the course of 2 turns. Now, on the bright side, we've caused a fair bit of damage while almost losing just this 1 unit. We're almost guaranteed to lose these guys. I wonder if I shouldn't attack these guys, actually. Yeah, let's go ahead and strike down. And these guys will put in as, like, in defense mode over here to try and survive, I think. Oh, actually, tempting. Very tempting to at least eliminate a unit right off the bat over here. Because what could happen otherwise is if we go into defensive mode, these guys could attack us first, and then these guys would be free to attack these guys and cause some initial damage. So you know what? Let's go ahead, off the high ground, lead the assault, and hopefully kill both of these individuals. Excellent, and somehow manage to survive, though next turn these guys are going to come through and absolutely obliterate these guys. Oh, or they're going to be fools. You fools! Well, I have the high ground, it's over, etc., etc. Victory is ours. Wonderful. I'm not sure why they opted to do that. I guess in a desperate bid, they were trying to take our flag, but the least they could have done is actually force us to lose a unit there. But hey, I'm not going to complain about that, though from a gameplay perspective, that definitely needs fixing. Victory is ours at the battle at Sham. Now again, just as a reminder, we're not actually at war with the Hittites. This was just a border skirmish, if you will. However, this constant skirmishing has given us some war support. So if we push that and turn this into a full-fledged war where we vassalize them, I don't know just quite yet, but maybe. Maybe. Before we get into all that, though, let's see. What would it cost me to claim this territory? 140 influence, eh? Alright, fair enough. Fair enough. I do wonder about taking control of, well, the Nile, I guess. Now, does that actually give us any benefits? It says this is the Nile, but I can't tell if there is like a... You know how like this desert, for example, gives us influence, stability, money. I don't know if we're getting anything... If we'd be getting anything like that from here. It doesn't look like it. Very well. We could hold the line over here. We could actually camp out over here as well. Gives us the high ground. Probably not a bad idea. Probably not a bad idea. And up top over here, we're planning on taking this territory as well, preventing these guys from expanding in this direction, though again, this will cost us, how much was it again? 140 as well. So we're waiting just a little bit of time. Down over here, let's go ahead and step up over here and camp out. Oh, you know what, actually, we should probably pull back to heal. I live a life of regrets. Pull up this way. Let's pull back, let's heal up, and then try and hold the line. I realize they're going to try and establish a territory over here, almost certainly. We'll ransack it if necessary, but taking those risks is a fool's endeavor if we don't heal up first. But that's this turn done. Up over here, we're still working away at these stone rings. This will be interrupted, though. As we finish carpentry, we'll want to get some archers out. And then eventually when we finish, you know, fishing and sailing and all that kind of stuff, we'll want to get the appropriate buildings and stuff out as well. But for now, we're focusing on these stone rings. In one turn, population growth will happen, and we'll focus on industry, I think, from it. It doesn't look like we have anything to build on any of these. Just doing a quick once-over over here, folks. I hope you don't mind. Yeah, it looks like we're good. End the turn there. See what the AI does. Successful ransack up top over here. These guys also need a bit of healing. Maybe I'll actually disband them in Byblos to get that population growth, right? I keep saying that, and I keep getting pulled away in different directions for things like these sanctuaries or for these deer to murder. Why do I kill these deer? We'll chase that sanctuary afterwards. What's going on up over here? This is kind of in a homeward direction, right? You know, if we come across something on the way back, then why not take advantage of it? Look at that. What are the chances? We'll hit that sanctuary next turn, and then we'll pull these guys back. To heal, if not to disband, right? At least to heal. These guys, let's go ahead and send you up over here. Ooh, hello. Ransack this lair, please. Don't need bears in my house. And the Nubians wish to trade luxuries. I will accept this. Now, as merchants, invest in a resource deposit. If no extractor exists, then one will be created instantly. Otherwise, you will share a sum of money with the owner. You'll both earn more money the more empires are buying the resource. And if the owner is an independent people, their cut will count as a bribe, improving relations. I'm sorry, what is this? Invest in a resource deposit. How? Okay. Now, is that a resource deposit with anybody? Select a... Oh, yeah, okay, so we can spend some influence to build an extractor in other people's territory, and if they trade that resource, or if that resource generates money, we'll get a portion of that? Okay, interesting. Not something I'm gonna get right now, but that is interesting. I like it. I like it. Very, very, very flavorful, feels like. Very flavorful. Let's keep pulling these guys back up again, trying to keep these guys alive. Up over here, we have reached, yes, a dead end, it appears. Fair enough. Let's continue exploring up over here. Oh, no. This isn't ideal. I didn't want to fight you. Pull back. Again, I did not want to fight them. Just happened to cross their path. This is why I should be a bit more careful about going gung-ho with my orders. These guys over here, I mean, this is where I want to establish the outpost, right, for 140 influence. It's expensive. If I go just a couple steps up, I can get this one for 90, and this one will cost a tremendous amount still. What do we have over here? Saffron and an unknown strategic resource. I do want both of them. This one is closer to being claimed by a potential future enemy, competitor at the very least. These ones are too far inland. So, let's see. 5 and 9, 6 and 13. If this is going to be a city, which I think it will, let's be a bit more cautious about where we just drop it down, right? 7, 5, 2, 6, 3s. Up over here, perhaps. 6 and 13. Decent production. Has the mountain behind it, protecting it. It's kind of on low ground. 6 and 15 is nice. A little far from the coast. So, sure, let's go ahead and do... because again, I want this region, not that region. And, ooh, okay, hello. 11 and 3, 10 and 5. That's not a bad spot, though. Enemy archers would all have high ground against us. Establishing a city in a basin. Yeah, what could go wrong with that, right? What could go wrong with that? Let's go ahead and establish ourselves, I think, up here. 6 and 13. Not the best spot, but again, sticking to our near the coastal adjacency, I guess, decisions. Let's go ahead and found you over here. Yeah, yes, let's do it. Too late, I've clicked it. Can't stop myself now. Indecision is the bane of my existence. Cultural conversion started. Atakaraka will enter the sphere of influence of the Olmecs in 5 turns. Well, hopefully once we establish our city over here, that won't be a concern. Yeah, that's fair. New grievance against the Assyrians, I assume, and the ransack over here has been successful. Great. Ooh, the flooded lands too. A continuation of the floods from the previous session. Fortune favors you. No, I spent a lot of money on this. The skies above Byblos grew darker and darker, the deluge like a sea being tipped upon a city. But then suddenly, the clouds parted and the rains relented. Days of sunshine followed and the threat of floods are no more. Are you kidding me? So I wasted that money. Oh man, I wasted that investment. The ground is a little wetter, and people will not forget. But otherwise, life is normal again. Man. Look, better safe than sorry, I suppose. Better safe than sorry. Go ahead and end the turn over here. Outpost is almost done. Carpentry has been researched. Excellent. Having multiple cities is also helpful because you can get resources from wider out to help build, to help research, to help with a variety of things. Plus, we've done a one-city challenge already, and it was fun, but I want to do something else now. So fishing is next 11 turns. Hopefully we're actually able to establish some havens before moving on to the next era. 11 turns it will take. Riding would take 22 turns. Yeah, let's stick with this. And again, hopefully we get some discoveries or something to accelerate our rate of research over here, because it's a little slow right now. I could pull somebody off of gold onto research. Wow, that is a huge... From 11 to 7? That's not small. And only a minor drop in our wealth generation. Again, a lot of our wealth comes from these wonders that we have, these natural wonders that we have in our territory, right? Plus 10 and plus 10, so it's pretty helpful. It's not bad. Not bad at all. Let's go on up over here. Heal up. As long as you need to. These guys over here, let's go ahead and hang tight for a little bit at least, and then we'll resume our exploration. On the topic of which, let's go ahead and scoop this up. Again, it's always money. Again, money. I mean, I shouldn't be complaining, but... on those science boons. Go ahead and ransack over here, and it looks like we have another battle on our hands as well. Up over here, can we ransack? Yes, we can. Take that money. Maybe even spend some of that money. Could establish some archers right off the bat if we did want to go to war with the Hittites before they grow in strength by any degree. Make them our vassals. I assume it looks like the coast actually... Oh, it might continue on down over here. Alright, let's see. Population's not all that big. These guys are going to come back and disband soon, so alright, let's do this. 187 gold. Go ahead and invest. Again, reduces our population, but these guys are going to come back next turn and we'll disband them here. Now I actually feel more comfortable doing that. These will be our melee units, these will be our ranged units, and that should help us against the Hittites. What's going on over here? The Assyrians are chasing us. There's no retreat. Both sides are evenly matched, but I highly doubt that to be true. Let's auto-resolve that. Defeat. No surprise there. That's unfortunate. The Assyrians are all another sort of dangerous neighbor to have, as it were. These guys are also traitorous. Seems okay. Fair enough. Okay. Well, they're very far from us, so hopefully we won't be butting heads anytime too soon. Famous last words, I know. Famous last words. Ransack successful up over here. Let's go ahead and pull you guys back. Now, I don't know if this is too far for me to disband. But we're going to try it, right? We have a population of 3. We get back over here. We go ahead and expand you, and it should be fine. Up to 4. Yes, excellent. It's just because during one of my mini-series, it was pointed out in the comments that it didn't seem to work, which is why I've been a bit cautious about it, just to keep an eye out for it, to make sure that's not the case. Let's scoop you over here. There we go. 6 turns for our research. Good stuff. Archers. I guess we're going to war. Pull you down this way. Take some time to get there, but it's okay. These guys up top over here. Continue pushing up this way, I suppose. Gotta be more to discover. Down over here. Keep creeping up this way. Oh, what do you know? Speak the devil. Up over here. Move up this way. Oh. Creep up this way then. There's another one over here. Excellent. Finally, we're finding some of these. Discovering some discoveries at last. And there will be many at sea as well, so, you know, hopefully we'll be the only ones to get to those. Ooh, what is this? We'll investigate that soon enough. Let's go ahead and pick this up too. There's a sanctuary to ransack as well. And down over here, let's keep pushing you up too. I just love how the map reveals itself. Makes exploration so much more fun as well when it looks attractive. Go ahead. There, finally. And it's like marginal, it's nothing, but I will take it. I will count that as a victory. Over the lands itself. Ah, would you look at that? There's that expansion I was expecting. Okay, couple turns, we'll have these guys ready to go down and ransack this and take it back, and our archers will arrive in no time as well. I'm ready for them. I'm ready for them. One turn for it to be established. I wonder if I want to tempt fate over here. Might be risky. Or it might not be. Patience is a virtue, as they say. Man, just one step forward and we'll lose our healing benefits, right? Alright, let's stay put. Let's stay put. Up over here. Keep coming down. That's a fair bit of distance covered in one turn, actually. Impressive. 4 turns until we finish our next tech.
Over this way.
Pull you guys down over here. Encampment over here. Know what to do with that. Go ahead and ransack it. And then down over here, continue our exploration as well. Well, we can't go in over here without declaring war.
Follow me. Over this
Up
way.
over here. Alright, good. There's more. Again, this is why you want to re-explore previously explored land. You never know when you'll find a carcass or when you'll find an old horde or something, and that'll give you a little benefit. Go in here. 3 more turns until our tech is done. Excellent. You guys are creeping on up. There we go. Okay, I was worried that they'd be stacked together, but it seems they aren't smart enough for that. I could hit you guys over here. These guys could come up from there. I'm not sure which way they'll retreat. But we know there's a couple of them, right? We know there's a pair of them. And this has been established, and it looks like it's been attached as well. Fair enough. Fully healed? Almost. Okay, let's creep you up to here. War declaration is needed. That's the downside. I mean, I guess we'll dive into it. What's the war support looking like? We can't declare a formal war. There's not enough war support. A surprise war is something we could do, but it is dangerous. We could try and use this attack on me as an opportunity to improve our war support a little bit. Sure, let's make this demand.
You can buy my forgiveness with gifts or with blood.
They've come back with their own. I wonder if... Alright, let's go ahead and creep you up to here.
Off we go.
Are they going to trespass into our territory? Who's gonna pull the trigger? I'm more than willing to. I'm actually tempted to do that right now. Just wonder if I shouldn't prepare some more reinforcements first. We'll see. Down over here, let's keep exploring this corner. More copper over here, looks like. Go ahead and hop off the river now. Moving down over here, just in case there's anything. Grab this. Bit of gold. Layer up there. I want to be careful about bears and stuff, but I want to pick this up first. Ruined Shrine, excellent. Good stuff, bit of science. Good. Stop over here, picking this up. Bit of science, excellent. Thank you very much. Finally, it's like I've nagged the game enough to give me something here. Alright, wartime. You guys are nicely cornered over here. We have a slight advantage. We're ranged, of course. We have the high ground over here. Even if they creep up, they'll have to creep up all the way up to here if they want the high ground advantage against us. I think now's the time to declare this war. And we'd gain so many advantages. You know what? A surprise war it must be, I suppose. Let's go ahead and refuse their demands.
I no longer need to inflict this on you.
They withdrew. Interesting. Gives us a little bit of a bump because now we're the only ones with demands, but their refused demand increases their war support significantly as well. You know what? Let's do it. I don't like being called a traitor, but we have to protect our lands, right? We know there's an imminent threat. Now the thing is, because it's an unjust war we've declared, we're going to have a trickling down of war support, so we have to move quickly and aggressively. Let's net some victories over here for us. And I hate that they can do this. I hate that they can retreat into our territory. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. Now I can actually chase them down and defeat them, though. Let's go ahead and do that. Because you can only retreat once per turn. Chase them down, finish them off, get a victory over here. We'll auto-resolve this one, I think. Good stuff. And this will also allow us to heal while we're in here. And these troops have actually gained some veterancy, too. Can't complain about that. Now, these guys might try and make a move, but as they try and pass us, they'll be slowed down a little bit, which is good. We'll be healing over here. And what is the war looking like right off the bat over here? Good. Good. Excellent. Early advantages in our favor. Can't believe we declared a war. And that's the turn, though. Not how I was expecting the session to go, I'll be honest with you. They're taking a slightly wide path over here. No surprise there. Trying to avoid an engagement. Trying to avoid being slowed down. Now, can we... We can hit them. My concern is they'll run away. My concern is that they'll run away. And if I go in with my archers... And we can deploy back up over here. They're more likely to stay put if we go in with our archers. Let's try it. And if they do retreat, then we might be able to send these guys up and around to hit. No surprise there. Going all the way up. Are they going to turn or are they going to stay up over there? Looks like they're going to stay up over there. Move our soldiers up over here. Don't think I'll be able to engage them this turn, but try it. There we go. Beautiful. And again, we can auto-resolve this. I think we might have lost a unit there. Yes, we have. I think it would have gone that way either way. Alright, so I do want some more reinforcements down over here then. These guys are kind of far away. Let's go ahead and ransack this lair and then pull them over. This war is going to heat up very quickly. A couple more archers perhaps. 192 gold, we've got plenty of it. Go for it. The thing is, what it actually costs us, what actually concerns me, is the population cost. But we're about to see growth over here, so it's not the end of the world. One more turn until we are done with fishing, so that's nice as well. Alright, cool. Up over here, these guys are able to continue exploring. These guys are expanding up over here, so let's see what we can see before they do that. Oh, damn. Well, that's nice. Up over here, pick this up. Gives us some more gold, sure. Oh, what's going on down over here? Oh, population growth. I don't like how the map sometimes feels like it pans inexplicably. The unknown triggered a migration. One population moved from Liliborea to Harappa. What happened here? What made them... What? Ooh, okay, interesting. Didn't know that was a thing. But fair enough. 110 influence to actually make Atakaraka into a city. I think it's not an unreasonable thing to do. I mean, that's why we established this place after all, right? Let's go ahead and spend the influence, yeah. Make that glorious city. Sidon. We can help with this shared project. Make it take 6 turns as opposed to 10. Again, it's a massive benefit, actually. This will finish a lot quicker as a result of that, and then we'll take a look at how we can improve Sidon itself. And I quite like this. This feels appropriate for a Thalassocracy, to have these like little pockets on distant coastlines and stuff. Again, I'm trying to find... As I said for the introduction of the first episode, we're definitely looking at something that's a bit more abstract as far as adopting it to game mechanics are concerned. I'm trying my best, and hopefully you agree with some of my decisions, perchance, or perhaps you don't. If you don't, let me know what you think I should have done differently. I'm always looking to improve, right? So don't hesitate to let me know what you think you would have done differently. So the Haven is done, or is available, I should say, which means maybe I should have saved that influence. 38 influence. Okay, that's not that expensive actually to build the Havens. Now again, we can build them as a part of our regular kind of city construction, or we can build them for our outposts as well, which is kind of why I haven't done any attachments yet. Pop these guys down over here. We haven't got this done yet. Down over here, we'll be able to establish one as well. So what does this do for us? +2 money per adjacent coastal water, +2 money per adjacent lake, +1 trader's slot on city or outpost. So this will be for the outpost, of course. Sure, why don't we go ahead and establish one right up over here. We'll establish one for Byblos as well when we're able to spend the money or time on it. But for now, let's go ahead and plant one of these down over here, I guess. And it doesn't necessarily make a difference. We might even make 2 of them. Pop you down. Beautiful. Actually, it is quite beautiful. Sure. Nice. And then it'll make more of a difference when we actually have one for Byblos. Go ahead and send our archers down as quickly as possible. And these guys down as quickly as possible as well. Because now we have to make our own push, right? Over here, archers, stay put for now. I would like to group up properly. Let's go ahead and continue our exploration up top over here. Down here, let's keep moving. Let's actually move further up this way. And you don't know if there's something worth re-exploring, rediscovering, right? As far as our tech is concerned, so sailing is the obvious next step for us because of the bireme. Riding is a temptation because, again, there's a big bump to fame you can get. Now, as far as fame is concerned, we're relatively far ahead, actually. So maybe let's do sailing. Let's get that done. Let's stay true to our story, right? Let's stay true to our story. That's the driving force. So let's go for sailing. And I could pull Buddy over here to go from 16 to 11. That's not bad. Not bad at all. Can I? How much do you cost, actually? If I were to establish you up over here. Look at that. Much better. Much significantly more beneficial. 766. All right. Stay working on the stone rings for now, and then when the time comes, we'll spend the money on that. Cool. Stuck up over here. This is not ideal. I do not want to fight right now. Pushing this way. These guys will establish this pretty soon. I won't be able to travel through it. Well, not without declaring war, at least. That's our turn. Good stuff. Good stuff. Archers up top over here. Now, can you actually... No, we don't have... we can't embark yet, right? Soon. Send these guys... maybe down over here. Try and guard this pass. Could do with a little bit of healing, but I think we're fine. We're waiting for these archers to come up over here before we get too aggressive. You never know when they've got like 4 scouts ready to outnumber us and treat us horribly. Group you up this way. Go ahead and... Oh, what are you? I'm not seeing one. A violent tribe dwells in this place. Expect retaliation for sacking this camp or even exploring nearby. Very intriguing. Asking for trouble over here. But we're curious people. Now we can step in here. Yeah, again, this is going to be... they're probably going to actually shoo us away. Looks like independent people are starting to form up as well. And what's the deal here? Keepers of the Creed. An unexpected rivalry has erupted between 2 temples in Byblos, each representing a different sect of Phoenician shamanism. One temple argues that religious matters should be left in the hands of dispassionate men, while the other contends that only women, with their capacity for nurturing life, possess the necessary understanding for these affairs. These quarrels must stop before your inhabitants start fighting each other. Who should be your religious leaders? Again, we are progress-focused, and with that in mind, I suppose all are welcome to lead. Any can lead our religion, as neither men nor women are privileged over the other by the gods or nature. You can help us conquer the seas, you can lead the faith, for all I care. Cool. That's our turn done. Feeling pretty good about how things are progressing. Man, we're already almost ready for the next era. It's a little bit faster than... It really does feel a little bit faster than I would like at times. Because I barely have had the chance to establish... I haven't even researched the tech, and I've moved as quickly as I could possibly move to get to sailing. Like, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 techs in the ancient era, and we're already ready for, almost ready for the next era. Feels just a little off, right? I don't know if it's just me. Just a little too fast. These guys gotta come all the way down to here. Can I really be that patient? I have my doubts. Let's move up. Let's move up. I can't be that patient, I'll be honest with you. Let's move up and we'll see what happens. If we have to fall back, we'll fall back. What do the Nubians want? A non-aggression pact? I will accept that. And what in fact is the situation with the Hittites? Because we're going to be, again, losing war support the longer this war goes on, right? Unless we take action. We just have to make sure we're being aggressive. Stop over here, keep exploring. Alright. Push you up this way. See what's going on over here. Not much, I imagine. Not much new, rather, I should say. Oh, these guys they just moved? Fair enough. Scoop this up, thank you very much. Another bit of gold. Oh, okay, interesting. Lich. Fair enough. Battle the Lich Kings, I suppose. It's population gain. You guys are still moving around over here. I'm surprised we didn't get attacked. We're going to be forced out soon, though. Keep exploring.
Off we go.
Go up top to the high ground over here, see everything we can see. Do as much exploration as possible before they establish this as a proper city base. Up over here. Creep up this way. See what's going on over here. A lot of unexplored, potentially untapped resources. Go ahead and creep you down this way. Let's go. Let's go ahead and ransack. 43 gold. Yeah, let's do it. And again, in 2 turns or so, they'll be able to... 3 turns, they'll be able to add to the stack, and we'll see what comes of it. Alright, up over here. Keep moving. Upriver. Helps us move a bit faster, then sure, why not? Okay, fair enough. And that's the turn. Looking pretty good. 1 more tech is all we need, eh? The Assyrians feel differently about us. They're suspicious. Oh, come on now. Weren't you the ones who were attacking us? Keep creeping these guys up over here. Dead end up there, so let's go ahead and turn around down south over here. Looking pretty good overall. Scoot you up, let's say, over to here. Lots of salt over here. And these guys have settled over here as well. They're growing quickly. Who are you? You are the Olmecs. Fair enough. They're aesthetes. Fate of the free cities. The world, as it ever was, is divided into the rulers and the ruled. Great sprawling empires and proud independent cities. Your struggle is with other empires, but you should not forget the part these free cities can play. Again, it's a civic choice, not one that's relevant to us right now. However, that did remind me that we should maybe consider our army composition. As we are in the middle of a war right now, it's perhaps not a bad idea to rely on professional soldiers. Forged from the youngest age, professional warriors will give us stronger armies, or conscripted warriors will save us the cost of raising soldiers from the crib. I'm really not sure which one makes more sense looking at our story. I kind of like the liberty angle, I suppose. It's more evocative, I guess, of the seas, as it were. The idea of properly trained and drilled sailors, you know, to row in time and stuff, I guess. I'm kind of leaning towards this. I'm not just making an excuse to get that +1 to combat strength, I promise you. But I just cannot justify either over the other, and professional soldiers seems more fitting, I guess, just marginally. We will enact professional soldiers here, and use that to our advantage in this current war. It's eaten up a fair bit of influence, but I think it's well worth it. Right now, what are we looking at over here? These guys are almost here. Very close. Come on, urgent affairs require my attention. Fate of the free cities, thank you. 1 more turn until the holy site is done as well. That's close.
Follow me.
Get off the river over here. Nice. And this gives us a bit of science. I'll take it. Our turn. The holy site is complete. 100 fame. Accomplish the world deed. Beautiful. Now let me very quickly actually take a look at some of these deeds. Because complete a symposium is one that we'll actually be able to do in this build if we get there quickly enough. Movable typeface, I think maybe as well. Terra Incognita I would love to do, especially as, you know, in this playthrough. Build a wonder. Train spotter we can definitely do. Puppet master we're working towards right now. Ptolemy map each continent. 1 reward per continent. Okay, interesting. And explore this world to discover its wonders. I'm not sure. Oh, I guess like find all the wonders, I suppose. Okay, fair enough. Just wanted to see if there were any that were particularly different or new or anything like that. Where to with you? These guys are going to come down over here to scoop this up. Gain us some more science. Great. These guys, let's go ahead and creep up this way. Here. Hop onto the river. Maybe we can take the river up this way and see what's going on. Looks like there's another battle as well. Non-aggression pact with the Assyrians. I will accept that. Fair enough. Down over here, our idle army. Continue exploring up top here. See what else these guys have going. Keep moving, sure. An idle city as well. Both Sidon as well as Byblos now will be idle. But can we spend the money? 954, are you kidding me? Jeez. Okay. 1 turn for pop growth. We'll focus on industry maybe. But down over here, Sidon. What to do with you? Actually pretty cheaply able to make both of these. Maybe we should focus on food over here, considering its current state. +3 up top there, sure. We could also consider +2 food per farmer. It's not a bad idea. 10 turns to make. And then I think the lumber yard... Actually, I don't think it'll help too much over here. Maybe down the line once we expand a bit further, but we'll see about that. Alright, sure, yeah, let's get the farmer's quarters done. I'm not going to spend the money because I would rather spend the money on... Actually, hang on a second. Nice. I was wondering if this would be better for us. Get rid of that. Let's go ahead and establish this down over here, I think. Again, I think you can only do one per territory. Yeah, it can be built once per territory. I think I might have implied earlier that we can do 2 side by side, but you can do only 1 per territory. Let's go ahead and put you down over here. I think it's a bit more... It's closer to this. It's a bit cooler. Legitimately the primary reason for that decision. And yeah, you know what? We'll buy you out. I love how it spreads like that. Cool. Bumps our food. Bumps our money. Excellent. And also makes the space look alive. And hang on. Now, let's go ahead and get this established as well. Another +3 to food. And then we'll expand our industrial capabilities in the area too. Up over here, Byblos. It's because our production is so low. If I pull you away... Nah. Don't want to slow our science down. Pop growth will happen soon enough. What's going on? Down over here, they're attacking us. We're stronger overall. They just don't want us to win the ransack over here. So sure, let's fight this. Our archers can pop up over here. Infantry up front over there. Yeah, this should be an easy victory. Oh, scout riders. I should have checked what they were actually coming in with. Could be troubling. Gonna loop around and hit our archers, I suspect. Gonna take this high ground. Yeah. Actually not good. Actually very much not good. Alright, alright, alright. Fire at them. We're on this river as well, which is not ideal. We could pull back to here. Fire from back over there. They'll loop around and come at us still. Go up there. Fire from back there. We'll have a bit of a disadvantage, unfortunately. Oh, this is actually really not an ideal battlefield for us. Huh. Go ahead and pull up to here, I think. Fire from back there. Trying to hold up over here as well. Fire away. Do whatever damage we can here. Yeah, decent bit. And I wonder if I should send these guys in as well. Like up over here. -3 from crossing the river is a pain. Hang tight. Defend. Try and pull these guys out. Because they might come over here and then we can get the high ground against them. Or they'll do that. Alright, fair enough. That actually works in my favor. I prefer that. Now my archers should be able to finish them off so we take even less damage over here. Beautiful. Down they go. Again, they're trying to capture the flag, basically. Victory is ours, though. Beautiful. This ransack is... Well, it needs to be resumed. 5 turns it'll take. Let's get our archers in here. Provide the reinforcements, and the war is looking ever in our favor. Good stuff, good stuff. You guys are idle, you're ransacking. Come on now. 4 turns it'll take, I guess, with the added reinforcements. Good stuff. And that's our turn. I am a little nervous about this war, I'm not going to lie to you. Not sure exactly how it's going to actually play out, ultimately. I think we should send these guys back to become part of a city. Some of the exploration has started to become a little aimless. So we gotta come up over here. There's still plenty to see up over here, and apparently plenty to ransack as well up over here. But some of the exploration has certainly become rather pointless. Get people over here. We're seeing these guys will hopefully see some friction against each other, rather than just focus on me. Wow, we're actually going to get quite a bit of fame in very short order. 3 turns away from even having access to our biremes over here. Now we will still have access to them in future future turns, but it'd be nice to have access to them in the right era. You know what I mean? Pull these guys back. Over here. Oh, damn. Can't do anything about that. Let's go ahead and push around these guys then. They don't want to be ransacked, fair enough. You guys, let's go ahead and scoot you over to dead end over here. Pull over to here. Nubians discovered Talbi sterile terrain. Up over here, fair enough. We were beaten to the punch, but I don't think we would have made it here first. Unless under extremely fortunate circumstances. A new wonder can be claimed. Excellent. We've got enough influence for this then. And an era star has been unlocked as well, but am I ready to dive into the next era? We'll see. What are our options here? The Hanging Gardens of Babylon, the Pyramid of Giza, the Temple of Artemis, or the Stonehenge? Which one is most fitting, I suppose? None of them really lean or lend themselves towards a thalassocracy per se. I guess the Stonehenge is on an island, and so one could argue that since that island eventually spawned a thalassocracy, I don't know. That's a stretch. What does this do? Plus 20 faith, plus 40 stability, plus 5% food on the capital of empires following the same religion. Okay, so it doesn't just help us, it helps others as well. Same thing with stability too. It's considered as a holy site, but doesn't count towards the cap. Okay. The Temple of Artemis is helpful for health regeneration. Pyramid of Giza. Modified district industry cost. The Hanging Gardens of Babylon helps with stability and luxury resource extraction. I'm thinking... I guess I'm thinking we go towards... the Temple of Artemis, I guess. Sure, let's do that. I've got no like justification for any of those options again based on the story angle, right? So I think that's a reasonable decision to make still. All right, we're good over here. It fits our early archers, I guess, right? Gives them a place to worship. The growing faithful. The empire's religion grows, more and more followers coming into the faith every day. Some practice their beliefs through ceremonies led by priests, while others guide their own worship. It is time to give blessing to one of these means. I don't think we have enough influence to make a pick right now. However, we can either unlock procession, spend money to increase stability, or modify religious district industry costs by 10% for personal rights versus communal rights. We'll hold off on that. I mean, we can't afford it right now, yes, but also we'll just hold off on it in general. 756 to pay for this. Thanks. What if I... saves 3 turns off of it. Marginal impact to our wealth generation for now. Sure. What's the deal up over here? Oh god, we got bears, we got independent citizens. I can get away from one of them. Jeez, 2 bears. This is 2 bears? There's 2 bears in here. Holy crap. You want revenge for earlier. Keep scooching this way. Remind me later. We'll pick this up as well. See, are we... You know, there are some people hot on our heels as far as entering the next era is concerned. And I don't want to be robbed. I don't want to be robbed. Now, the thing is, while we can build units, the unique units from prior eras, unless they've changed it between the prior open devs and this beta, we will not be able to continue building the Haven. With that said, the Haven will be replaced by a similar kind of structure. You know what? Let's do it. Let's enter the next era. Let's go for it. So, the Phoenicians, and as I kind of hinted at last session, the next step makes sense both historically as well as far as our playthrough is concerned, the Carthaginians. These guys were also a thalassocracy. They are also merchants, which is just sheer coincidence here, but they are able to stack. This is also just sheer coincidence, this choice. It's just the one that makes sense. The Greeks are also an option, I suppose. We could do the Greeks, but the Carthaginians have the benefit of having the appropriate unique quarters, right? As well as a... well, actually, the war elephants aren't necessarily naval, but the Kothon over here, which is also a replacement for the harbor. It is also a naval unit spawn, and it also allows units to embark without any movement point costs. It gives us industry boons as opposed to gold benefits. So it's kind of unfortunate that we cannot do both. Unless they've changed it, but I highly doubt they have. I don't think any of the other options make nearly as much sense. Just taking a quick look over here, again, for those of you who are curious. But as interesting as the other options are, I don't think any make as much sense as the Carthaginians. And so, over seas and lands, our trade routes will crisscross the world. Carthaginians, we will become.
As urban centers grow, both ideas and sewage are generated at a record pace. Arts and sciences flourish as military tactics and mathematical equations become as coveted as physical goods. Empires struggle to control these intangibles, however, as some might trouble their stability.
Alright, again, just love the writing on those, and the art as well. Good stuff entering a new era. Looking pretty good, And the thing is, by the way, I forgot to mention this before we transitioned into this era, but whether we're able to build this haven or not, we will still have the haven that we're eventually going to attach. And it does look like this one is still building, so hang on a second. Well, this one we wouldn't be able to. What about down over here? Are we able to? No. The haven is gone, it is replaced by the Kothon, but because we had this one in progress, I suppose, it's allowing us to build this. So we're actually still going to build this because I do like the gold increase. We're going to let this one complete, and what I was getting at is that eventually when we do attach Alcor to Byblos, we'll have access to this haven as well. It's one per territory, but a city can, as a result of one per territory, have multiples. So yes, we'll let this complete, and then we'll build the Kothon as well. Down over here at Sidon, once the farmers' quarters are done, we'll go ahead and establish the Kothon, I suppose, up over here. Yeah, sure, gives a good benefit to food as well as industry. And I can't complain about that. Here, let's queue you up. Also, it's a very, very gorgeous looking building. Yeah, alright, I like this. Part of me wishes I'd reserved this for the Kothon, and then we could get another one down over here, but hey, too late for that. Up over here, we're waiting for this. Over here, we're waiting for order for where to go. These pacifist independent peoples are probably going to get crushed by Agmatana up over here. I wouldn't be surprised if that happens. Yakushima discovered. The breathtaking Yakushima forest. I wasn't the first to do it, unfortunately. Oh, not. I've been wandering this area for so long. How is this the... Anyway. Are we done with the ransacking? We are indeed. Okay, we've pushed them back. If I want to establish an outpost here for myself, I need 150 influence. We're about 2 turns away from that. Rather, we're precisely 2 turns away from that. Let's go ahead and creep forward to here, I'm thinking. I wish I could see the benefits before being able to afford the establishing of the territory. The thing is that we could heal, right, closer to the front line over here. And I would like to acquire this for myself. On up over here, still moving around. These guys are really filling in these gaps, eh? I think I want to claim this territory as well, damn. These guys are moving so fast. Okay, very well. One more turn until we complete sailing. Now, will sailing allow us to start taking to the waters? I can't remember for the life of me. Mounted warfare down over here for our war elephants. Now, the war elephants are great, but they're a bit away, and they're also kind of not in line with what we want to chase. Trade expeditions would likely be next for the transport galley. We'll see. We'll see when the time comes to decide. But for now, let's end the turn and make it the time to decide, I suppose. Sailing has been researched. Excellent. Over here, we have ourselves slight drop in stability. Food and industry looking good. 7 turns to get this done. How long to get the Byrene done? 12 turns or 103 gold. Tempting to start the exploration right away, isn't it? Tempting. Up over here, 9 turns until this is done. 298. Let's go ahead and spend that money, I think. Yeah, let's do it. Excellent. Because now we can, again, we can shift over to the Kothon, but we can also establish a Byreme or recruit a Byreme over here. 4 turns, and we can go ahead and explore out in this general direction. I am curious, though. Do I have anybody near water? We do not yet have the technology that allows for embarking. No. Okay. Which one is that? Can't remember for the life of me. It just, normally everything comes so, like, naturally, you just end up with stuff, you know? Reinforcements. Okay, we want this sooner rather than later, actually. This gives us roads, of course. Laws will unlock some, reduce the influence cost of civics. Oh, interesting, they've changed this. This used to unlock civics. Now it just reduces the cost of them. We might want to chase that. Red-eye administrators. Transport galleys over here. What I definitely want to do is send ships out to explore. I want to see, you know, what's out there. Okay, there's no way being able to embark is this far out. That just doesn't, that doesn't track at all. At all. But, writing. Do writing. Get that extra fame and also get the reduction in influence cost for civics. Cool. And things like market quarters and scribes and all that kind of stuff helps as well, of course, in their various ways. Up over here, let's pull down this way. Can't believe there's still unexplored land. Where am I even taking you? This is being taken over. Fair enough. Pushing down this way. I would like to claim this, right? But also this. Next turn we'll be able to claim this. Push up to here. Get the high ground, as it were. Hang tight. Next turn we'll establish this. Pull you over in this general direction. Try and stay... Oh, no. We're going to be in trouble over here. These guys might attack us. That won't be pleasant. What do we have here? The struggles for dominion. The capital is the Empire's true seat of power, but now other cities with energetic populaces rise to prominence. Their leaders and other influential figures want sway over the Empire's affairs, and the question of who wields power must be answered. Now, what's going on over here? Either way, we'll add city cap. But do we want a small council, a handful of the wisest heads to give good counsel, or an autarch? The absolute will of the leader should not be diluted. Well, if we want to lean towards liberty, then the small council makes sense. However, we don't have the influence right now, and I have other uses for the influence when we do have it anyway, so hang tight. Hang tight on that, and hopefully we'll remember to make some of those decisions when the time comes. On the topic of making decisions when the time comes, can we... Both costs only 15 influence. You know, we could do that, actually, oh, this one costs 18. Alright, so let's go ahead and establish this one then. 15. We'll still have enough left over to get us to 150 next turn. Establish you somewhere up top over here. Apparently are the ideal spots. So, sure. Trying to figure out if there's a different one I want more. This bumps up industry, right? And it'll help with Biblos when we attach. Which I think will be soon. Alright. Go ahead and establish you out over here. I love that it's instant. Sure. Yeah, sure. Eventually when we attach it'll be more helpful. And I think we'll attach relatively soon. Go ahead and establish this outpost over here now. Again, that's the ideal spot for it. No wonder they went up over there to put it down. 11 and 10 versus 7 and 14. Yeah, let's do it. 2 turns it'll take. We could attack down over here as well. We'll probably force these guys to retreat. Back they go. What's the war looking like? Pretty good. 2 turns. Very well. We won't get the healing benefit until it's been established. Oh, see, I knew we were going to get absolutely wrecked up over here. No surprise, but hey, that's something to do with the, with our early scouts. Lose them to battle, I suppose. Yeah, okay, we can auto-resolve this. Oh, we can retreat, I guess. Sure, why not? If they can survive, then let's let them survive. Hopefully they won't get chased down and murdered. Because, again, I could use the population. If nothing else, I could use the population, right? Pull you down to here. Try and take this territory before one of these independent peoples do or anything like that. Coasts shall be mine. The Haruppans have entered the classical era as the Celts. Fair enough. We're still ahead of the curve, as it were. That's not what I meant. This is what I meant. The last of their line. A troubling truth has emerged regarding the great stable megalopolis of Sidon. Many servants from the city's palace have been castrated at the command of the local ruler. These eunuchs are believed to be more loyal, and they are said to play a number of roles from courtier to singer to guard. What is your view on this matter? We can accept how they run themselves. I feel like, you know what? When you have, like, far-off, disparate, distant colonies, a lot of the time you have to allow the distant colonies to rule in a way that makes sense locally, right? I think you don't give them too much autonomy or too much control, but you let them feel like their own people, right? Because you're so far away, they might evolve into slightly different cultural tendencies, and this is how you allow them to do that without feeling like they have to be their own political entity. You know what I mean? So rather than punish or adopt, we will accept, moving us a bit towards individualism, which I suppose is what we'll adopt as our goal for our economic axis. Sure, we will accept. How Sidon runs itself is not our concern, and would only cause friction. Alright. This is also why I like sort of picking a through line and using it to influence... Oh, looks like we are healing. Wonderful. I thought it would wait until this whole thing has been established, but I guess just owning the territory is enough to get the benefits. But yeah, this is why I like establishing a through line early on, and then trying to justify every decision according to that through line, right? As a thalassocracy, what makes sense? What does that imply? What does it mean culturally, socially, politically, economically? And are we able to make decisions that build towards that? To me, it's a test of the game, and it's also just fun to do. The fun way to make decisions that one might otherwise not make. 2 turns until this bireme is done. I could just pay for it. 44 gold is not that expensive. Kothon, how much will you cost? Helps us with food and industry. Ooh, 2 good spots for them. What's our situation here? We could actually use a little bump to our food, eh? We got plenty of spots for farmers' quarters. What about for makers' quarters? +7's up there. I think I'm going to go ahead and establish this over here, right next to this other one. What's our stability looking like? Nice. Alright. If I establish you over here. Fishery, +3 food on harbor. We might want to get that next. After the Kothon. Because again, these things count as harbors, right? That'll help us with our food gain as well. Yeah, I think we'll do that. Cool, so let's go ahead and check how much this will cost. 300, not looking to pay that much. Let's go ahead and buy the bireme. Done. Kothon will be produced, and then let's go ahead and get the fisheries established as well. Good stuff. Good stuff. Down over here, we are, I think, 1 turn away from healing. End the turn. There we go. Now we can move towards Hattusa. It looks like they recruited a unit. Oh, there. Well, oh, there we go. Or there we go. Oh, looks like we've been engaged. An interesting play. They can only engage us 1 at a time. Fair enough. It looks pretty cool, but it's not going to help them out. I noticed the population here go down, which tells me that they've recruited something. It's pretty cool. It's like your scouts informing you that your enemy is preparing for war and all that kind of stuff. I quite like it, actually. If we were to claim this territory for 60 influence... Again, there's this unknown strategic resource that I want to secure, basically. We'd attach you to Sidon. So Sidon, what is your strength? What is your weakness? Kind of even. Food and industry are both kind of even. So let's go ahead and 4 and 10. Up top over there would be nice. 6 and 10. Okay, that's definitely better. 6 and 10, I think it shall be. 7 and 3, 10 and 2. Oh, damn, 6 and 17. Oh, now we're talking. Holy crap. It's a bit further along, but those are much bigger numbers. Alright, alright, alright. Make our way over. Let's make our way over. We'll establish it up over here. I guess it works. Fair enough. You guys, let's get away from the bear. Don't want any trouble. These guys over here. Alright, the bireme. So this should be able to stay in deep water for longer. It can't permanently stay in deep water, but it should be able to stay in deep water for longer. Now, what I don't know, actually, is can you transport troops? Learning a lot with this playthrough. I've never done a... no, we cannot embark. I've not done a Naval Power playthrough, so it's a learning opportunity for me as well, and an opportunity to explore some game mechanics that, again, you know, I feel like I haven't, and I feel like many others might not have either. But these guys are ready to embark up over here. Keep pulling back, I suppose. Man, we're gonna have to really crush these people, aren't we? Like, just crowding us over here. Don't like it. I do not like being crowded like this. And our battle down over here. I mean, these will be easy victories. Go ahead and auto-resolve. We can Deploy ourselves up over here and down over there. Let's fight this one. I'm a little cagey. Pull you back to there, pull you up to here. The thing is they can round the bend and go towards our archers, which is my concern. These guys are on a river tile right now. I could pull them back a little bit, I suppose. But I want them here for the friendly adjacency bonus. Sure, end deployment. Let's see what they do. Oh, okay. I wasn't expecting that. I really was expecting them to be cheeky over here. But that worked out. Now our archers should be able to crush them. Maybe in just one turn even. No line of sight. Interesting. Okay, okay. Fire from here is fine. But these guys, let's try and get them line of sight. Curious as to why it would say no line of sight, but also allow me to shoot at them. If I pull back to here, will I have line of sight? No line of sight. How would you communicate to me? Oh. No, it's their response is getting a -4. My apologies. Completely misread that. My bad. Look what's going on over there. I've never seen that notification before, that marker before. Alright, we're good. And let's dive on in with these guys. Or you know what? No, let's go ahead and defend mode over here. See what these guys do. Good stuff. It gives us the advantage. Victory will be ours. Undoubtedly. Victory will be ours. Let's use our archers, though, just to avoid... Nah, it's not for them. It is for us. Because we're not... These guys aren't getting the lack of line of sight warning. What? Okay. What if I pull you up to here and fire from here? Now we're okay. Curious, because I can't see a difference in the highlight letting me know what is or isn't in line of sight. Normally it was just you get a red box, and that's how you know you can shoot at them, which to me means they're in line of sight. But I guess that's changed now. Either way, the battle is ours. These mountains are ours. This territory is ours. This war, truth be told, is ours. You guys are running away, cowards that they are. I wonder if I could chase them down. I wonder if that counts as... Yeah, they are retreating. Crush them. Oh. You're not supposed to be able to double retreat. That's some nonsense. Now they're just gonna ravage our lands. It's okay, victory will be ours. We'll push down over here. We'll take... we'll ransack Hattusa, probably draw them down south. They won't be able to defend themselves, and when their war support hits 0, we'll be able to push our war goals, basically. Overall, things are looking pretty good. This Kothon will take 8 turns. Down over here, Sidon's Kothon will take 4 turns. At least we're able to establish all of our unique quarters, I suppose. Once you're done, I might actually even end up paying for you. We'll get the fishery done, which should help with growth and just help with everything in general. And our bioreme over here will allow us to begin exploration as we push forth to who knows what. But folks, that and everything else, of course, will have to wait until next turn. I hope you've enjoyed this series so far. Again, if you have, you know what to do. Let me know by leaving a like and a comment down below. As always, it makes a massive difference in how I approach content on the channel. What I do, what I don't do, what I try to do when I do, as it were. But yes, it really does make a very big difference. So if you've been having a good time, if you'd like to see more Humankind on the channel, let me know. Leave a like, leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts as well with regards to my approach. And again, like I was saying earlier, I think this session, what you maybe would do a little differently, or what you think I've got spot on, if anything. Folks, as always, a massive thanks goes out to all of the channel members and patrons who've been supporting the channel on a monthly basis. Y'all keep us alive and running smoothly. And of course, a big ol' thanks goes out to each and every one of you for watching. Until next time, cheers.